folks, this is a bit of a quick impromptu video. I just wanted to make this because I'm doing this anyway, so I might as well film it. This is a Rapido Trains HO scale Royal Hudson steam locomotive. This is a very expensive model. This is $700 Canadian, and no, I did not buy it. This is, like the TRX4 was, on loan from BC Shaver Hobbies so that I can make a video review of it. And I also have a DCC system on loan as well for the same purpose. So I'm going to unbox it first, then I'm going to hook the DCC system up to the layout, and then we're going to run this. So now I got to figure out how to unbox this one-handed so I can hold the camera. There we go. Nice sort of shiny cover. Alright, in here we have a piece of paper, an instruction manual, an exploded diagram, and another piece of paper. Alright, are you ready for this? Voila! Okay, well, it's sort of all wrapped up in plastic, but let's get this out. And this is sort of, this packaging is used on basically every locomotive now. They call it the block of ice style of packaging, which sort of makes sense. This is a very heavy engine. No real surprises there. You grab the tender as well. And we'll get this out, but before we run it, we do need to hook the DCC system up to the layout because I don't know whether this will run on plain DC. So this is an NCE power cab starter set, and I actually hooked this up last night, so I more or less know how it works. Have the manual there. This is the actual controller. I'll just hook this up off camera. Alright, so it's all powered up, it's working. It took me a minute to figure out why I wasn't getting any sound at first, but it turns out that this decoder is muted from the factory, which is nice because it's actually quite loud. Anyway, first let's run it around just on silent. It does make a slightly weird humming noise, but I think that must be the decoder coaxing the motor into motion smoothly, because it sounds like the motor's slipping, but it's not because it runs perfectly fine. So that must just be the way that this thing is. Once it's moving, it is very quiet, it is very smooth. Runs quite well. Let's turn the headlight on. Just press that. There it goes. Oh, I forgot. Since the last video with the layout, I've added some building flats here. These are literally just printed paper attached to foam board, but I think they help liven it up a little bit. I also have one three-dimensional building over here to help sort of sell the effect. Handles my number 4 turnouts without a problem. That's good to know. I'm going to bring this back to a stop. Preferably not right on top of the turnout. There is quite a bit of momentum programmed into it from the factory. So get it over the turnout and now stop. And now I'm going to turn the sound on. That's the bell. This power cab has buttons for the horn, bell, and headlight, but I believe those are also controlled by one or another of these numbered function buttons. So let's try the whistle. That's quite loud. Bell. We've already seen the headlight work. Let's see what the numbered buttons do. Okay, 1 doesn't do anything. 2 is the whistle. 3. Oh, that's the coupler sound. 4 doesn't do anything. 5, I believe, is coal being shoveled. 6 doesn't do anything. 7 doesn't do anything. 8 is mute. 9 and 0 don't do anything. Oh, no, wait, no, 0 is the headlight. There we go, there's a slight delay. Alright, so, let's get the train moving. The chuffs are perfectly synced with the wheels, that's nice. It's really loud. This thing is so loud. Ooh, the chuffs go away when you coast. That's nice. And you even got some brake squeal in there. This thing has really nice sound effects. And then I'm guessing that's the air pump or something? I don't know. I'm realizing how little I know about the sounds that steam locomotives make. Well, I mean, it's tempting to pull a train with this thing. I don't have anything like the appropriate passenger cars for it. I guess I could pull some of my normal, regular little passenger cars with it. But let's take engine number 3 off, and we will pull these passenger cars with the Royal Hudson. It's a bit of a step down from, like, the actual Royal Hudson train, but... Oh, and there's a backup light. That's cool. Oh, where's the coupler sound? I don't remember which one that is. I'll change the switch real quick. Probably go a bit faster. Okay, as it goes faster, it starts to get out of sync a little bit. The chuffs are now not quite as fast as the wheels are moving. But at low speed especially, it works really well. I guess, what would you call this? My train, the Red Oak Cannonball, being pulled by the Royal Hudson. We have a station that we could pull up at. I guess we could pull up in town. Savor it. Take in the sight of the Royal Hudson on the Red Oak Railway, because this is not going to happen very often. We quite literally have railroad royalty here. Alright, let's pull this train out of town. There's one thing we have not tried yet, which is sending it through a sharper curve. We know it does fine on the 22-inch radius curve. We know it does fine through the number 4 turnouts. But let's try sending it through this inside part. This is a 19-inch radius. So if it does that, it'll bode well for it being able to do an 18-inch radius, which we can test later with Easy Track, which I probably won't film. But I just want to see if it'll do this. Actually, I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Mostly just to hear the chuffs go away when it slows down, because that's a cool effect. Alright, going into the sharp curve, here we go. There is a lot of overhang here. Look at that. That is so much overhang. But it does it without a problem, so I guess that's good. I'm kind of curious to see just how sharp a curve it would go around. Like, would it take 15-inch radius? Nah, I shouldn't wonder that. That would be ridiculous. But would it? There's another cool feature of this that I've only just noticed. It's very subtle, but if you look in there, you can see there's a little LED that simulates the flicker of light from the firebox. Oh, I figured out what function 6 does. Turns on these lights. And I believe... Did they change color with direction? I got them to turn green at one point. I can't figure out how. There they go. Now they're green. Okay, so turn them on once, they're white. Off and on again, they're green. Interesting. Alright folks, well I think that's gonna, you know what, I'm gonna mute this. Alright folks, well I think that's gonna wrap up this little video. In a few days I will probably have completed my official review video of the Royal Hudson, which is gonna be a great deal more professional looking than this video. That will be up on the Capital Hobbies YouTube channel where you can watch it. This is actually the most expensive item I've ever reviewed thus far. This locomotive costs more than the TRX-4, and it is a very, very high quality piece of equipment, and I am honored to have it at least for a few days, on my little middle of nowhere podunk short line railroad. That is it, folks, and I will see you next time. Bye.